Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Sunday message for September 6th of 2020. This is Labor Day weekend, and as you know, Labor Day is about celebrating the workers in our country. It's to celebrate everyone in our country who is working or worked in whatever manner that is or was. And right now, I know that many are without jobs and are, not in our workforce right now. However, they still have a job to do in this life. But let's begin with those who are working, or for those who are retired that did work. How many of you got up in the morning while you were working, jumped out of bed, joyously happy and just eager to go to your job? Or did you get up in the morning groaning that you had to go to work? Work was just a job for you, just that paycheck. I would say that for most of us, that is exactly what our jobs were, a paycheck. We needed to work to bring in the money to pay the bills, buy the things we wanted to, go to the places we wanted to go, all of that. But to get up in the morning, not quite so sure we were quite so joyous. However, sometimes we even enjoyed the job that we had. Maybe it was the people we worked with. Maybe our boss just made us feel great. Maybe our work schedule was one we appreciated. Or maybe it was the work that we were doing. For whatever the reason, we actually enjoyed our jobs, for the most part. But once again, to get up in the morning joyously happy and eager to go to work, probably not. For most of us, a job was just a job. That's all. The better paying the job, the more we liked it, or at least we could stand it more. So if we were going to work and it was just a job for us, that meant that we were going to work and just putting in our time. So another question is, how many of us would clock watch during the final hour or so of our shift? I know I did for several of my jobs. Oh, good, only 55 minutes left. Only 35 minutes left. Only 5 minutes left. That's when the joy would set in. I'm done. Yay, made it through another day. Awesome. So in the 9-hour day at work, since we usually had an hour off for lunch, 5 minutes of that time was spent in joy. And it was generally the final 5 minutes of the day. What were we thinking and feeling the other 8 hours and 55 minutes? Generally, it was something like, I can get through this. I can make it through. Oh God, another 6 hours to go. Can't wait till it's over. Those are the type of thoughts that probably a lot of us had. And I know for me, this was long before I knew anything about energy, how gratitude worked, spiritual living, all of that. So I spent a vast majority of my day just getting through. Then there came a time that even though I really didn't care for my job, at least I was around people. When I went home, I was just home alone. And sometimes I'd get really depressed at home because I was alone. It got to the point, no matter how I felt about the job, I was so grateful to get up in the morning and have a place to go where people were. Right now, does that sound kind of familiar, what with the pandemic and all? But for me at the time, since we all worked at the same place, it gave us something to talk about, a common ground. Now, since that time, I've come to realize the importance of loving your job, being a place that brings you life, joy, peace, and a feeling of accomplishing something. Every job has its challenges. Everything has challenges. Life has challenges. But if we can be in a position where we feel like we are contributing something to the world, help out our fellow humans in some way, then there can be a sense of joy during our day, a sense of accomplishment. And that can be for the waitress, for the mechanic, for the postal worker, for any person out there working. When we can bring joy into our day, we are sending out that energy of joy to our world. The more joy we can send to the world, the more it assists the world to grow and expand into the blessings of peace we wish for it. Joy is a part of love. Love is a part of joy. So no matter what job we're doing on this planet, each and every one of us has a job that is greater and higher than doing what our physical bodies are doing. Our real job is the job of love. However, to bring love to the planet, we must begin to look at everything we are doing and examine how we are doing it. So I will ask you again, are you or did you get up in the morning, jump out of bed, joyously happy and eager to go to your job? Let's say that you hold that same job today, knowing all you know about life, energy, manifesting, all of that. Even if it wasn't your ideal job, could you still get up in the morning, jump out of bed, joyously happy and eager? Go to your job so you could do your real job, the job of loving. For those of you who do not have an outside job, could you look at your day, just today, as being your job? You see, either way, whether you work outside the house or you are at home all day, you have a very important job to do, to bring love to this planet. That is your real job. And it's a full-time job. No part-time work here. Absolutely full-time. So knowing what you know now, would you be able to go to that job site with an entirely different attitude? Would you be able to wake up in the morning, jump out of bed, joyously happy and eager to go to your real job for the day? Or at least wake up in the morning, open your eyes, and be grateful that you're here so you could be that element of love on the planet. Maybe not joyously jump out of bed, but at least wake up in the morning knowing this is your job. As I stated, this is our real job, the job of loving. And it's a 24/7 job. No matter where we are, who we are with, what we're doing, loving can be done anywhere, no matter who we're with or what we're doing. Lying in bed in the morning, taking those first few breaths after waking up, you can be the love for this planet. Taking your shower, getting dressed, eating breakfast, lunch, or dinner, all can be done as the power of love. Driving your car, getting gas, shopping, all can be done with being the consciousness of love for every person, animal, plant, or thing that comes into your view. But saying that and being that are two different things. We have to know what love is in order to be that love for this world. So how can we know that we are love? What can we do to bring that sense of love into our own lives so that we can share it with everyone and everything? Only through sitting in the silence and connecting with Source to bring that love to ourselves can we then share it with the world. I was reading a book called The 7 Most Powerful Prayers the other day, and I'm going to read you one of the passages from that book. So I invite you to just sit back, close your eyes right now, and just take this message from Source into your being. Beloved, come close to me. Sit close by my side. I want to be near to you. Will you be near to me? Take the time to be with me today. Give me the attention that I deserve. My eyes are always steadily fixed on you. I love peering deep into your eyes. I'm captivated by your beauty. You have me head over heels. I'm so in love with you. Fix your eyes on me also and look into my eyes. Show me that you care for me. Do not leave me in anticipation. My heart swells within me when you wake. And I say to myself, this morning is my chance to be with my beloved. Please do not ignore me. Give me your day. How can we grow in our relationship if you aren't spending more time with me? I'm always pursuing you. All day long, I'm reaching for you. I long to take you into my arms, hide away somewhere, and just hold you. Look for me in the secret place. I'm waiting for you there to be with you. Look for me by your side while you work. I am there even when your thoughts aren't on me. Remember my love for you and let your passion grow for me. I deserve your continuous attention. Be with me and I will lift you up. I will edify you, and your heart shall rejoice in the abundance of my love. If you do not sit with me, you cannot experience my daily love. If you do not experience my daily love, you will never go forward to produce the fruits of my love. You won't know what my love looks like. So then how can you show anyone my love? Sit by my side and let me hold you now. Let me captivate you with my passion. Then go and captivate others with my love. So just sit there for a moment and let that sink into your being. Allow those words to penetrate into you. And when you're ready, just open your eyes. So our real job is to bring love, love with a capital L, onto this planet. Whether you're working right now, worked in the past, laid off, retired, whatever, our real job is to bring love to this planet. But we cannot bring that high level of love onto this planet unless we are connected with that love, unless we feel that love for us inside of ourselves. I invite you to make the decision to meditate more and more often. Make that connection with Source more and more often each day. The more often you make that connection, the more often you're bringing that higher level of love into your own being, and the greater will be your ability to share that love to this world. We're celebrating Labor Day. And a lot of times we think of labor as hard work, stressful work, challenging work. In other words, sometimes we think of laboring over something as like blood, sweat, and tears. However, when we do become a labor of love to this planet, then that labor has nothing to do with blood, sweat, and tears. It can become joy, excitement, peacefulness, love coming through. We can make the decision right here and right now to spend that time sitting with Source, to have Source put its arms around you, to love you, to supply you, to heal you. You can make that decision right here and right now to experience that daily love into your own being. I know that there are so many things that can pull our attention away from just sitting in the quiet. But what if I were to tell you that your life depended upon sitting in the quiet with Source? What if I told you that to have everything you wanted in life depended upon how long and how often you spent in the quiet with Source? And that the more you spent in that quiet, the better your entire life would become. That there was nothing in the outside for you to do right now except sit in the quiet and let Source handle everything. Would you be willing to do it then? Well, guess what? That's exactly what I'm doing today. I am letting you know that your life does depend on how long and how often you spend in the silence, in the quiet, in communion with Source. But let me be clear, it doesn't have to be sitting down for an hour to meditate. It can be a moment here, a moment there. You can be walking across the living room to stop and pick something up and remember God. Oh, God. And at that very moment in time, you can stop and go, that's right. Thank you, God. Thank you for being with me. Thank you. And continue on your day of picking up whatever you're stopping to pick up. And then in the next moment, in putting it away, you can say, oh, that's right, God. God, thank you. Thank you once again for being with me. You can leave there and you can go into the kitchen and start doing dishes and go, oh, God, thank you. Moment by moment by moment, every day, day in and day out, brings you closer and closer to Source. Stopping for a moment here, sitting and meditating for 5 minutes there, it doesn't matter. The whole idea is to go about our day doing whatever we need to do on this earth plane, keeping our thoughts completely on Source. Not just when we sit down to meditate, but 24/7 a day. So I invite you to make that decision and then go and sit and commune with Source. Make Source your complete companion in your labors on this world. They will be nothing, for the Spirit of God within you will take over and bring forth your life into a beautiful manner. So many blessings, everyone. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. Namaste, everyone.